Well, good morning and welcome to day 3 of my photography trip. Back here at Mt Sopris. You probably remember my video when we were here at this exact same spot 3 years ago, but it was a totally different scene. The night before we were camping right down the hill. Storms came through, lightning, thunder, woke up to fresh snow in the morning, and tons of clouds. So today is the complete opposite. There is not a single cloud in the sky. So it's going to be a real brief shoot this morning. Last time, with the clouds constantly changing all morning, we were here for a long time. Today, basically going to wait. Well, I've taken a few photos already. Wait for that sun to pop up, light up the mountains, and then take a few more shots when it first hits the valley. And then the light is going to get really harsh really fast. So probably won't stick this scene out nearly as long as last time, but it's beautiful, cool to see it in a completely different scene. And I don't think last time, I'm pretty sure we never ever saw the peaks. They were always buried in the clouds. So cool to see what the top of the mountain looks like. Okay, we're just starting to get the first light on the peaks up there. One other thing I'd point out is these trees right here last time had a lot of really nice orange color to them, and they're past peak for the year. So I'm not including them in my photo like I did last time. I'm actually starting more up by that tree that is orange, and then the pine tree that kind of is the right side, maybe a little of this tree that's already lost its leaves, and then kind of going through. So basically I got all the mountains in there, and then kind of have my foreground cropped to minimize the amount of trees that have lost their leaves. There is a nice stand of aspen back there that has lost all their leaves, but they're really white. It's kind of a nice element in the photo.
As you can see here, I photographed the progression of the sun as it came down the mountain. Never really got anything too exciting, but a couple nice photos nonetheless.
Well, that's going to do it this morning at Mt Sopris. Time to head back down to camp, get things packed up, and keep moving southwest towards the San Juan Mountains.
Here's a view of our camp from the night before. We're up above looking down at the camp, and you can see we have the entire camp to ourselves. On our last trip out there, the campground was completely full, and we stayed in an overflow lot across the road.
Hi everyone, a little update on this afternoon. We got to the campground we were going to stay at tonight, and all the campgrounds here in the National Forest are closed. Now there's dispersed camping, and we did find some spots we could camp, but we've had another issue pop up, and that is that a very slow leak on the tire. My rear driver's side tire of my car is leaking very slowly, but all of a sudden it dropped like 8 pounds in a matter of like a half hour. And so better safe than, still has enough air to drive, but better safe than sorry. We're gonna head back to town. So we did pull over here, take a few photos of these aspen with the ferns down at the bottom, and then back up by where we were planning on camping. We did get these great pictures. Pictures of the, the late afternoon sun on the aspen with the rocks, and then there was clouds moving across. We have clouds above the rocks. We have clouds making interesting shadows on the rocks. So uh, overall, it was a very productive afternoon. It's just unfortunate that now we got to go deal with this flat tire, or this low leaking tire. Just don't want to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning in the middle of the national forest and have a completely flat tire. I do have a spare, but I don't know. It's a donut. It's not like a full-size spare, and I don't, with these rocky roads, I don't know what it will look like or how it will handle. So just, we're going to be safe. We're going to head back. We'll leave my car in town, maybe take Josh's in the morning, find a sunrise location. We're going to have to figure out what we're going to do now, since we won't be back here in the forest. Get our sunrise location, and then go back to town, grab my tire or my car, depending on how much air is in it at that time, and then probably head the 45-minute drive back south to Montrose and get the tire fixed. So it's an unfortunate incident, but stuff happens, and it's still a beautiful day out here in the national forest, so enjoying it as much as possible.
On the way out, I snagged this photo of Chimney Rock. Chimney Rock was made famous by the movie True Grit, and is very photographed by people visiting the San Juan Mountains. Heck, I've been out there 4 times, and I think I've photographed it from 4 different locations now. My tire made it back to Ridgeway with no problems, and so day 4 will start off like a normal day on my photography trips. Thanks for tuning in to day 3. Stay tuned. Day 4 will be out shortly. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again next time.